Oh, hello, welcome to West Country Wanderings. I've decided to stay for 3 nights here in Cornwall. I've had a break in North Devon. I've come over now a little bit further south, here in mid-east Cornwall, to visit my daughter who lives in Liskeard. And I thought I'd treat myself to a shepherd's hut for 3 nights. Let's have a look inside. Come on in, but remember to take your shoes off first. It's really nice and clean in here, wonderful. So where am I staying? Well, I'm currently halfway between Callington and Liskeard, just off the main Callington to Liskeard road. So my daughter lives in Liskeard. We're meeting up with her later. We're going to be going out today, probably filming a video, maybe Polperro or Mevagissey, which I've not covered on the channel here before. And I thought I'd treat myself to a little hideaway, although it wasn't actually that expensive. And I'll tell you exactly how much later in the video. Previously, when I visited my daughter, I've stayed in a hotel, Premier Inn, just on the outskirts of the town. Can be a little bit noisy there, so that's an option. And also in a guest house in the centre of town, and again there's quite a fair bit of traffic noise. Well, I can tell you last night, I arrived yesterday evening, that I slept like an absolute log, because here it is so peaceful and quiet. There are some other log cabins and shepherd huts around here. But this is a very secluded high tide away. Indeed, we're well away from the main road. I said we're about half a mile or so further up the valley. Really secluded location. But it's really lovely and quiet. There's no traffic noise to bother you here. All you've got is the sounds of birds around you, which is absolutely terrific if you want to get away from it all. It is quite compact and bijou, but not as compact as I thought it would be. It's perfect for people travelling on their own. It's also perfect for couples. Now this for particular is quite new, and I think I'm only like the 5th or 6th person to stay. I think it kind of opened around Easter time, so we're here in May, so just a few weeks ago really. So it's all been refurbished and freshly painted, and I thought it offers really good value for what you get. So let's just have a look at the detail of what actually you do get here in this little hideaway. Now first things first, you get a huge, I think it's probably a king size bed. I'm not very good with bed sizes, but a really good size bed. So if you've come on a long journey to Cornwall, and often people do, probably the first thing you want to do is crash out. So have a nice bed here, which is really good. Also, which is really good to see, it's very well adapted with plugs and sockets, which is always essential, particularly if you're like me, a YouTuber. You're always charging up your camera batteries and your phone and everything else, so that's excellent. So there's standard 3-pin plugs and also the USB sockets. Is it C? It's the standard one anyway. So there's plenty of those dotted around, which is great. I can't stand when you've just got one plug sometimes in a hotel room, so that's really good to see. Also here is a funky little light, which I kept on all last night. It gives out a white light, or you can change it to a very subtle and very soft light blue light. So if you like a little bit of light in your room, you can have that. Also, you can completely switch it off. So if you've got the blinds here, you can close the blinds down and it'll be completely black in this room if you want that. So you've got some nice space there. I put a radio there, I'm just charging my phone up there, book, that sort of thing. So that's great space there. Have a lovely lamp here, very sound, and then it's also very well decorated. You have these panels, which are rustic panels, and this one here is detailing autumn leaves. You've got some greenery down here. There's also some birds and rabbits as well, so it's absolutely fantastic. It gives you that real rustic flavour, which is wonderful. That's of course what you would come here to escape from urban life from. You also have a wonderful comfy settee, which is what I was just sitting on just a moment while I was talking to you, and you have a great table. I think it's called a breakfast bar. So you've got this here, and you can pull out there. I'm not doing any editing, but I am making notes and that sort of thing for my next video, so that's great. I can do research there with my notebook. I haven't switched it on, but there is a TV, and it is completely Wi-Fi connected. I've not used the Wi-Fi here because I haven't needed to, because there is a really good phone signal, both for ordinary phone calls and for data. But if you want Wi-Fi, that's it, and I think it's very fast. But as I say, I haven't tried it, but you do have that facility, and you've also got like a D-Link thing up there, so it's going to be very strong signal. So that's good. So that's connected up to it. And I think on that smart TV you can use your Netflix, and I think you can also catch up with, I don't know, something called YouTube. So yeah, so that's really good. But I've just wanted to chill out listening to some music and reading here while I'm here. So I'm not going to be switching the TV on. Let's move over now to the kitchen and bathroom area. Before I do that though, one thing I would say is it doesn't have great clothes storage facilities here. Obviously that's because of the space limitations. So I would suggest this is probably better for a few nights stay rather than a week or two. If you're planning to stay for 2 weeks in Cornwall, it probably won't be enough space for you if you're bringing more clothes up, sort of thing. But for like me, for 3 nights, I've just hung my clothes up there, t-shirts and coat and stuff, so I think the weather's changing in the next couple of days, but I'm not going to need a coat today. But yeah, so it's probably only suitable just for a few nights getaway, but probably longer. You may need some more space, but depends how much stuff you need. But it's a really great place. So let's just go now through to this kitchen. Oh, there is a guardrail now, so if you do have a young one, bring them with you, that's great, so they don't need to wander off down this step here. There is a bit of step between the two and suddenly rush outside. But so you've got a guardrail there. Now the kitchen, I think is really good for the space that you get. You have this hob here, which is great. It's an induction hob. The kettle, that comes with it. Whistling kettle, I'll insert that now, it's quite loud, but I was really glad of that so I could make myself a cup of tea. I did bring my own cafetiere and coffee grinder because I really like coffee, so that doesn't actually come with it, but obviously it's well worth bringing on. But it does have a kettle. A couple of things it doesn't have, this is my sort of slight, not a moan or gripe because it's absolutely wonderful, but one thing that I think is missing, or 2 things, is a toaster and a teapot, because I like my tea and I particularly like doing a thermos of tea before I go out, so it doesn't have those 2 things. So if you're really into tea like I am with my coffee, perhaps bring your own teapot. Toaster it doesn't have, perhaps suggest bring a travel toaster. But as I say, got induction knob here. Now the amazing thing is tucked away in here is, we'll just pull this out, there we go, and inside there you have a microwave. You've got everything else in here as well. So you've got all your cutlery, your glasses, everything you need for preparing food basically. So you've got a worktop there as well. So you can use that as an extra space for the worktop. It's got all your plates all under there, and it comes with a really good fridge freezer as well. That's the boiler. I've had a shower earlier on. Lashings of hot water if you want hot water, no trouble at all with that. And a nice big spacious sink, full sink there. It came also, I was wondering to think, where's the little scrubby thing to wash up the dishes with? Well, it comes with this little bag and you find everything you need in there, which is absolutely terrific, and plenty of washing up liquid and hand soap there, so that's excellent. So they really have thought of everything with that. Over in the bathroom's really good. That's in there. I did a little film in there earlier on, so you can see that it's beautifully white tiled, excellent, plenty of places for hanging towels. There's also a towel dryer there, nice sink, low toilet basin, and a really good shower space. I've been in hotels which have got really tight shower space. Not here. Really excellent to see, and plenty of room. A couple of other things. It comes with 3 Velux lights. One here. Well, let's go back into the living area again. So we've got another one here. They're very easy to open up. You just pull that handle down and then push them out. So that's good. They recommend obviously you close them when you go out for the day, obviously, but they let in a nice bit of fresh air and plenty lashings of light, which is excellent. What are my final thoughts about this wonderful rustic hideaway? Well, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5, or perhaps a 9.7 out of 10, just for those couple of missing, particularly the toaster. So, but yeah, it's really good. I can't praise it enough, really. I would recommend it. If there is some availability maybe in the autumn, I will certainly come here again. Prices will go up, as indeed all places do in Cornwall throughout the summer months, but it's worth checking out. And I'll put a link to the website. Well, I actually got this through booking.com, and I think they've only just gone on booking.com. They were previously just going through Airbnb, but they are available on booking.com. I'll put all links and just all the information you need in the description of today's video. So it's well sited, this place. Also, if you want to explore places like Bodmin Moor and southeast Cornwall, which is also known as the forgotten corner of Cornwall. So you're close to places like Polperro, not that far from Looe, and the Rain Peninsula, including the Mount Edgecombe Country Park, which I must get around to doing a video about at some point. But all in all, it's great. But as I say, it's really recommended for if you're travelling, lone traveller like me, excellent, and also for couples. Probably not quite enough space if you're travelling with 1 or 2 young children. I would think it's more for couples and single travellers. The only other thing though is you do need to arrive here by car. Unfortunately, you know, I'm always an advocate of public transport, but I come here by my car because where I was staying up in North Devon, it's very, very remote, a long way from buses and railway stations. As in the case here, there is a railway station in Lisgar, which is about 6 or 7 miles away, so you could arrive by train there and then come by taxi to here, but then of course you're going to be limited to travelling onwards, so there is that thing with it. But again, it is a rustic hideaway, so you know, you take your choice with that really, but it is, I think, overall as a great package. You have your own little garden space out where you saw me reading my book at the start. That's a completely self-contained garden space, and you can also park your car right outside. Excellent. Hope you enjoyed this tour of this rustic hideaway here in mid-East Cornwall. That's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you on West Country Wanderings again very soon. All the best. Bye bye.